Hi, hello, welcome to the channel. So today we are doing a modern day tune-up on a 2014 Nissan Pathfinder. This includes the oil change, this includes spark plugs, engine air filter, engine oil filter of course, and cabin air filter. All right, so let's get started. So first thing you want to do is remove the engine cover here. This is just a beauty cover. And let's see, looks like one 10 millimeter there, and another 10 millimeter here. So yeah. And there's some other fasteners for the valve cover down here. I'm sorry, the valve cover or engine cover. So you also have to remove this air box that goes to the air filter for the engine. It's a 10 millimeter here, 10 millimeter there. And then you can take off these other 10 millimeters to take off the beauty cover. Okay. And now you want to come down here, take off that one. This one here. Okay. This should just come out. Okay, you also want to remove this because this is going to get in your way. You just pull these tabs down and pull on it like so. Okay. You want to just swing this out the way. Okay, so with that cover off, here's the engine. We are doing the engine air filter. We're also doing the spark plugs, and we have to take off this manifold and get behind here to get the back half, the other three back there. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do these spark plugs, do the engine air filter, then we're gonna remove that and do the back half spark plugs as well. First bank of spark plugs here. So what you want to do is break loose the bolts here. We've already broken these 10 millimeters loose. So I'm going to take these 3 bolts out first. And then you want to unclip these 3 here. And to unclip them, you just push on this tab right here. This tab, you press it. Okay. You just pull it back. You want to do that for all 3. Okay, so once you got the connectors off, okay, and the bolts out, you can just pull these up, and you want to inspect these, make sure there's no oil on the ends. If there's oil on the ends, you probably need to do your valve, your spark plug tube seals, and the valve cover gasket as well. Okay. And you want to put these back in the same way you took them out, the same order. You don't want to mix them around. So yeah. Now we can do the first bank of spark plugs. Okay, so what I found out here is that the spark plugs are about a 14 millimeter. So what I'm going to do is break them loose with the 14, and then I'm going to pull them out the rest of the way with a spark plug socket. All right, so I'm going to remove these. So yeah, it's actually best to do these one by one. That way you keep from having too many things wide open too many things inside the engine wide open to where you can drop something in there. So it's best to change these out one by one. So for me, it looks like it's easier to use a magnet than a spark plug socket. So I'm gonna take a magnet, stick it in there, and take the spark plug out. And that's what they look like. And they do need to be changed. Okay, loosen up the next one. And just the same way. Just take it out with the magnet. This one also definitely need to be changed. Okay, and there is a bit of oil on here, which means the tube seal or the valve cover seal for the spark plug is actually starting to go out. Yep, and probably next spark plug change, we're gonna have to do those tube seals. Let's go ahead and finish this up. A new one here. New one going in. Just gonna drop that in there. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna get this to where it's hand tightened, and then take the ratchet and go ahead and torque it down the rest of the way. Okay, once the spark plugs are all in and tightened down, you can put your coil packs back into each hole, the correct one as you've removed them, put them in the same place. And I would leave the connectors unplugged because it may help you when you have to move this harness to get this manifold off. Okay, so the backside spark plugs are a little hassle. First we have to remove the top end of the airbox in this tube here and the throttle body. It's the throttle body here. So first things first, we're gonna remove this clamp and we're gonna get this top half off. You also want to make sure you unplug the mass airflow sensor here. Okay, so yeah, you just squeeze here, just pull back, just like that. All right. Okay, I'm gonna use needle nose to take off the clamp here. You just squeeze on that, move it back here somewhere. Okay. If this is a little stuck, you wanna try to twist it a bit. Just pull it back like that. Okay. Okay, and you want to take a flathead screwdriver. And you want to remove the clamp back here so you can take this boot off of the throttle body. Okay. When you do that, this whole piece should just come right out, and I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so the boot is out. Be aware that these boots are prone of cracking. So when we removed this one, we saw that we had some stress cracks in it. This one right there. And there we go. And you also have to look in between the ribs here. Let's see, because you also have something like that. And that will lead to misfires and air leaks, or vacuum leaks. So you want to inspect that once you get that boot off as well, and replace as needed. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're not going to completely remove the throttle body from the car. We're just going to unbolt it, set it off to the side, and you have 4 5mm Allen hex type bolts to remove there, and that's 1 2 3 4 there. So you're gonna go ahead and remove those and just set the throttle body off to the side. Don't disconnect the hoses because there's coolant hoses and you don't want to remove those. Okay, next we are going to remove this part of this hose here, and we're going to leave all this connected, including the bracket. This is all going to come off with the manifold. So we're just gonna remove this here, and then we'll continue. Okay, like I said, we're gonna try to leave whatever that's mounted on the manifold that we can. So what I'm gonna do is disconnect this solenoid here, just unplug it. Okay, and you see that's bolted onto the manifold. So this can all come off as one piece. So we're just gonna unclip that. These, we're gonna leave them clipped, and we're gonna just unbolt them up here from the manifold, so we don't have to take off these hoses, because we don't want to risk breaking any older holes, or something that's dry rotted. Okay, you want to disconnect this from, it looks like a breather valve. It's a little actuator here, so you want to twist this, make sure it twists before you pull it so you don't snap it. But yeah, you want to just work its way back. If you can't work its way back, a good trick is to take a flathead screwdriver, put it on the back end there, and kind of try to just get the edge to move, just like that. It should just come out like that. There you go. Okay, so upon looking at this further, I think I want to remove this bolt here, this one right there, another 10 millimeter, and that might make it easier to remove all this stuff here. So I'm going to remove that there. Okay, and then on the back side of the intake, we have to get that hose. You see the clamp right there? We have to take that hose out. So you're going to need some needle nose pliers or something that you can work back there and just move that hose back off the manifold. I have found it easier to get to this breather hose back here that's on the manifold if you remove this bracket here that electronics were mounted on. So that's two 10 millimeter bolts, and just go ahead and remove those and you'll have a little more access. Along with this 10 millimeter here, there's also a 10 millimeter there. You probably want to also remove that one. Okay, so now we're gonna unbolt the manifold itself. Now, I've been able to push back the clip. It's actually for the brake booster. It's a brake booster hose. So what I do know is that in a lot of cases, when you don't have much wiggle room, if you go ahead and remove the mounting bolts for the manifold, you might be able to move the manifold a little bit and work off the hoses the rest of the way with the manifold in a little slightly different position. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go ahead and unbolt the manifold so I can get to that hose better. And these are also 10 millimeters. You have two in the middle, two here, you have two there, so it's four in the middle, and you have one at the end and one at the other end. So I'm going to remove those now. So it looks like against our best interest, we still have to remove some of these smaller hoses. So I removed this small one on the end because it goes all the way down there, and we're removing this part with the manifold now. So I'm going to remove that small one there and also unbolt this here. Unplug this and unbolt that there. Okay, so upon moving the manifold a little forward, I've exposed another hose. So after you get off this brake booster hose, there's another one right there, and it connects onto the back of the manifold right there, and you're gonna have to remove that. So let's see if we can focus. Yep. So once again, take your pliers and remove it. Okay, you also want to unplug these solenoids here. Actually, you don't have to unbolt these. Leave them bolted, but just unplug them. Okay, make sure you set a rag over the intake openings so you don't get dirt or introduce dirt into the combustion chamber. So you don't want dirt to get inside of there. So yeah, just take something and cover it up the best you can. And once you do that, you're good to go ahead at the back end and unbolt your coil packs and your spark plugs and change them out the same way you did the ones up front here. All right, so spark plugs have been replaced. So now it's time to put the manifold back on, and it's just a reversal of the removal. Okay, now everything's back on, and make sure when you're tightening down the intake manifold, you do the center ones first. I like to do them diagonal. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't have to do it that way, but it's a preference, just to make sure you're sealing it evenly and not, you know, sealing on the outside and maybe it gets crimped on the inner ones and, you know, you have a leak or something. So yeah, so after you've done that, make sure you tighten up your solenoids. Make sure you bolt these back that you didn't have to remove in the first place. Where are they? Yeah, this bracket here and that bracket there. Make sure you put all your vacuum tubes back on. Okay, and make sure you put the throttle body. Once you put the throttle body back on, you can put the top of the airbox back on. Okay, and that basically concludes the spark plug change. This one here, I have to replace the coil, so I'm about to go do that now. But yeah, after you're done with that, you can reassemble, put your intake tube back here, and you're done with the spark plugs. All right. Hope this helps somebody. All right.